We're live.
Live on.
Live on Bees Music Shop everywhere.
This is worldwide live right now.
This is the return of the live feed in some ways. I think it's been, like 2 years, 3 years since we've even gone live together, but it's been
too long, man. It's been a long time, yeah.
So, yeah, I hope that everything sounds.
I'll bet you this album is really noteworthy. And then, just taking a look at this album here by this guy named Mark Benno. It's called Lost in Austin. And I thought it was kind of a neat release. And then when I look on the back, well, Mark Benno, I had to do a little research on the guy. He teamed up with Leon Russell in the early 70s, and they basically had a bunch of the first recordings on a record label called Shelter back in the day, and he actually played the second guitar on Doors' LA Woman album behind Robbie Krieger. But this particular album, the backing guitarist along with him are Albert Lee and Eric Clapton, and that alone is pretty cool. Yeah, pretty good company. So, and this came out in '79. So, yeah, definitely noteworthy.
Yeah, that seems super cool. I have no idea who that is until just now.
I also set aside. Everybody knows the Animals for House of the Rising Sun and San Francisco Nights from their earlier stuff, but this is an album from 1983 by them, and it's on IRS, which was REM's label and more of a new wave label from the 80s, so it's kind of a little bit latter type of thing. I like the cover. It has
super cool.
Some guy shooting down a merman or something on there. But I'm not gonna go into extreme detail, but at the store recently we got in basically a majority of Ry Cooder's catalog. Just gonna quickly show you these. This is called Jazz. This one's called Into the Purple Valley. Now, Ry Cooder, he's pretty noteworthy, especially in the last couple years or early 2000s. He produced Buena Vista Social Club, which was like this band of like Cuban musicians and Cuban music, but like his albums are kind of all over the board. A lot of them has some real good like Telecaster work, and especially in this one here, Paradise and Lunch, amazing album, very, very good. Check it out if you've never checked it out before. This is his first self-titled. It's a great one.
That is a great album.
And then this one's super rare. It's called Boomer's Story. So stop in and check him out.
We got all the Ry Cooder, man.
All the Ry Cooder.
All the Ry Cooder you can do. And he's got a lot of stuff out there, though. I mean, he's collabed with everybody and done everything, man.
Yep.
But that's not a bad thing.
No. And then I pulled this Best of the Birds. David Crosby just passed recently. This is on a label called Pear, which was apparently a conglomerate of CBS back in the 70s. But it has all the great songs. If you're not a Birds fan, you should be. They're pretty cool. They're like kind of like the king of psych rock in a way, you know, at least popular psych rock.
Lit it on fire, yeah.
The next one I pulled. This is an album actually. I was scammed by this album when I was about 13 years old. And I have to say this, okay? I bought this cassette when I was like 13, and I listened to it, and this is before the scandal hit that these two here weren't the guys singing. It was like two old Jamaican dudes at a studio, and then these guys were the cover boys for what was actually going on. But I have to say, this album as a whole is an amazing album, and kudos to the two dudes that actually made the music on this, because the music on this album is amazing. So check it out if you haven't checked it out. It's definitely worthy. It got forgotten about because of the scandal of them lip syncing on MTV or something at one point, and it is a great album, and it's history. So just wanted to touch on like maybe 3 more albums here. This is Marwai Soul. This is a promotional copy. It's the first international Puerto Rican festival, and I thought it was pretty dang cool because you always see the Woodstock album. You know, they did limited things for like Monterey and stuff like that. But like this festival in particular, Allman Brothers, Cactus, John Baldry, Dr. John. I mean, the all-star lineup, B.B. King, Jay Giles, Mahavishnu Orchestra. Like, just everybody under the sun. Like, it's a double album. And I believe, like, yeah, it's pretty well spread out between the 2 albums. But check it out. This is a great copy, great shape. It's not one you see very often, so come check it out at Bees. Next up, this is a James Taylor album that comes in quite often. It's actually probably the most popular album besides like Sweet Baby James. But he's coming to the Soaring Eagle Casino in June. I'm excited for the show. I particularly like this album. I like it a lot. There's a lot of really kind of good songs and deeper songs on this album. So check it out. I actually, note to self, you can always, if you pick this up and you don't like the album, one year I actually bought a cheap copy of this and I wore it as a Halloween costume. I cut the eyes out and then I just put a string through it, and put it over my head. And people were kind of freaked out because it looked like, kind of looked like, I don't know, Jason or...
Yeah, like Jason.
Yeah, from Friday the 13th.
It's James, but it's Jason.
It's James, but Jason. Oh, no. So, yeah.
What year was that?
This is from 78.
No, what year did you do the Halloween thing?
The Halloween thing? I was born in 78, so, like, that... the Halloween thing probably happened in... Probably... somewhere in the 2010s somewhere.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I was alive and stuff.
Yeah, oh yeah. All right. Next up, we got Simon and Garfunkel concert at Central Park. Now, why is this noteworthy? Well, this was a big deal at the time. Like, I think this is from 82. 81. Album came out 82. Central Park had several million people. It was like one of the biggest concerts they had ever thrown in the middle of New York City. This copy is in great shape. Comes with the booklet.
Show them that inner fold.
A lot of...
Look at that.
Yeah, this guy's got... There's even like this guy right here with a cooler.
With an igloo, yeah.
Yeah, he's probably got, a 12 or a Bud Light in there. And
Middle of Central Park.
But, yeah, really cool album. A lot of people thought that this was going to be like the last hoorah for Simon and Garfunkel. Well, it wasn't.
Well, they were wrong.
They had one farewell tour, and I saw them in Detroit for the farewell tour, and they were amazing. So Very, very cool. Come into Bees, check out this album for sure. And then, last but not least, I have this album here that sometimes gets confused by customers. And even when I showed it to Brendin said, well, what is that?
I've never seen that, I thought.
Well, this is a Santana album from the late 70s when he went into his religious stage. And basically, he started to call himself Devadip. And this album's called Oneness. But it's kind of a fusion rock type of thing going on, but it's a really great album. And this is a promo copy here with the white label. And we have it at Beast, so come check it out. If you like Carlos Santana, this is one that a lot of times falls through the cracks in collectors, for collectors. So, well, I think we're going to talk about some pedals now.
Done with the vinyl?
Done with the
That's a
vinyl.
good stack of vinyl, man.
There's a big stack.
Yeah, I'd take pretty much everything in it, though. But yeah, I mean, we do, for people that aren't aware, we're, doing Bees custom pedals these days, and trying to keep a sweet cat theme because that's what we do here. And they've been really, really cool. Gotten a lot of great response from people all across the world. And we think they're great products, and we really like sharing them with people, and we want to keep that going. And I know you're somewhat familiar with them, but you don't know exactly what inspired them and so on and so on. But
we've branched within numerous companies, and they've done specialty boxes for the store. Mm-hmm. I just think it's so cool to make a variant like that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Shout out to Robert Keeley and Cusack Music. They're always helping us get those designs going and stuff like that, and it's really cool. But right now we got two dirts and our caverns, which is a reverb and a delay. But we'll give you guys a little bit of taste. I'll let Kakes mess around with knobs.
So this first one here,
yes.
Because this is the first day I've seen this, okay?
Yeah.
This is called The Good Kitty.
Yes.
Now, underneath that it says Cusack Yowler. Is that some other designer?
No, it's this was our kind of stab at the Bad Monkey pedal. This is kind of what we did with Cusack Music to kind of poke fun at that whole situation, but also bring a cool product. That's their Screamer V3 in a different box, and it's a great sounding tube screamer. Sounds kind of similar to the Bad Monkey, but it's the Cusack Screamer, but cats scream, but they also yowl a lot. So we put Cusack Yowler down there, but yeah, man, that's kind of what that one's about.
Huh. Now, you were saying it's kind of similar to when we were talking earlier about this. You were saying it's very similar to like a Blues Driver too.
Oh, the Cat Mod's the Blues Driver.
The Cat Mod is
this
the Blues
one's
Driver.
more of a tube screamer.
That's the screamer.
Yeah.
Okay, and I was noticing earlier when we were testing video that there's a three-way toggle switch above me on the three knobs, and that toggle does something with compression then.
Yeah, I mean, that's, like I said, it is the same as the Screamer V3, so I believe Mark was telling me that he believes it's kind of a compression setting thing. Either that or it was a diode switch. I don't remember exactly what he's thinking, but I'm pretty sure it was the compression switch on that guy. But you can hear it tighten up and stuff when we plug her in for sure. But yeah, man, it's a hell of a tube screamer for sure. It's a good looking one too. You can see
it blows my mind the Bad Monkey hype.
Well, see, we made that foot switch kind of look like an old school, like a DOD pedal or a Boss pedal. That's why we got that black kind of thing to make it look like we've got the big pad, even though it's a small soft touch.
Yeah, that's cool.
Which is a nice touch, I must say.
Yeah. And it's really compact too.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's neat.
Yeah. we can get some tunage going. I know we got this guy on right now, but we can technically do that. There we go. So you can see that light right there as it's going.
Yeah. Whenever signal's hitting it, it's telling you that it's giving you something. Something that kind of gotta go back and forth with the tone knob.
Yep.
So this is tone knob buried left.
It from like other tube screamers is there's also some gain on it.
Yeah.
I think sounds really good.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest, a lot of people are blending their tube screamers with other dirt pedals. So why not give them the dirt on board? You know what I'm It sounds sweet, man.
Yeah,
I do. I mean, it is a solid pedal in their lineup, and we just gave it a nice paint job, and I'm glad we did it, man. It gives it its own character. Just because the innards are technically the same, it has a different attitude. It totally has a different attitude. Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet.
5 more minutes, guys.
And then I'll show you what this guy does technically. This is the Super Cat mod, which is a perfect name because the original Keeley pedal is the Super Fat mod, and that's kind of Keeley's take on a modded blues driver, and I like it as well because it's kind of like the same theme here. Is it has a little bit more gain than your typical blues driver, and that can be super nice to mess with. And I know when we were playing earlier, you definitely heard that mid bump, but that switch in the middle. From the skinny cat to the chonky cat, that is the flat or fat feature that is on the original pedal, but we got it with the skinny and fat cat.
So, that's cool.
So it's definitely.
Want to start in skinny?
You can start in skinny and then. And hit it with the fat.
Oh yeah. Gain on
Lots
tap
of gain,
there.
man.
Yeah. That sounds real good.
Dude, I love it. And we've been mixing it with reverb from the Catbird. That's the beauty. You can just have it like with just a simple little reverb, or you can engage the other side. Go ahead and engage the delay side. And we're kind of running out of time here, so we'll give a flavor of the delay.
So, as I look at this, there's a rate knob. Now, is that a modulated delay
on
then?
That delay, yeah.
Okay.
It's cool because on the reverb side you have shimmer that you could add in to modulate it. On the delay side you have all kinds of classic kind of like Memory Boy style modulation just ready to go.
That's cool. So it's based off a like an analog versus a digital circuit then?
Yeah. If you click those switches around, we'll hear some differences.
Right now we're on deep. And that's light. Yeah, so it's like almost like a memory boy or a memory toy when you engage or flip the toggle. Or actually,
you start to hear that modulation.
Yeah, that's back on deep.
Yes, sir.
That's off. So that's for the rate knob exclusively then. Yeah, it's cool.
It's a great pedal, man. I mean, it'll do everything you need as far as delay and reverb just in one thing. And there's a cat on it, which is always beneficial.
Yeah, if you get the knobs the right way, the cat could have a different face every time you look at it.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But they're fun pedals, man, and like there's a couple other in the line that I'm sure we'll talk about at some point. But we picked these today because I think they do a good job of showing the cat power as far as pedals go, man.
Yeah.
I mean, they really do, and as you can see, everything's got that green color to it, and that's kind of become our thing. I mean, look.
The green sparkle.
The green sparkle, man. I mean, come on. It's pretty sweet right there.
Yeah.
The guitar matches, the pedals match. Our clothes done, but yeah, I mean, we just wanted to do a quick little feed and show you guys some cool stuff. I mean, he's always pulling good records, and we've been working on these pedals a bunch, so we wanted to get some stuff out there for people, and I hope that it looks good and sounds good. And yeah, what do you think?
Awesome.
You think we're all good there?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I appreciate everybody that if you're tuning in or going to watch us after the fact, we appreciate the support as always. And these pedals are on our website. They're actually all on one page on the website, so you can look through all of our custom bees stuff, and it's a fun place to look around, man. So hopefully we'll see you there.
Yeah, and our entire vinyl catalog is on our website as well. Mm-hmm. So
everything we talked about.
Links right now to everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're posting links apparently, which is doing our job even better.
Yeah.
But yeah, cool. I think we're signing off. I believe so, unless you have like a little.
Huh?